Yeah, I have been so stressed out and but I learned a lot and I wanted to share that with you. I was so stressed that I said to my boyfriend like I don't think I could ever feel like a beautiful happy goddess again. And last week our water heater went out. It started leaking and we could see it in the bathroom ceiling. It's up in the attic. And so like that was my first layer of stress. And then he wasn't like there was no urgency, he's like, oh, it's like a slow leak. And I kind of felt like helpless. And so like that was another level of stress. And then Lowe's came out and said it was going to be $3,700. And then there was one night the water was leaking through the ceiling, and it was like pouring down. And ultimately, we decided to do it ourselves to save a lot of money. And that was scary too. And so it was like my nervous system was just like completely thrown off whack all last week. I mean, I could barely sleep. And we researched and we got everything that we needed. We found this chain hoist to get to get the water heater up into the attic. And the day that we were doing it, like we're in the home stretch. And as soon as it started going through the attic entrance, um, my boyfriend, he just started getting hyped, like very cocky about his DIY skills and measuring skills because the guy from Lowe's basically said that the water heater wouldn't fit. So, but when he's excited and he's being cocky, I was like, would you stop talking? He didn't, but I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, how come I'm not celebrating? And when I tuned in, I could feel my body still just frozen in all this fear. And I was envisioning like that water heater falling from up above, going, falling off the chain hoist, then going through the carpet and through the sheetrock down to the first level and just like collapsing into a million pieces. Like that's where my mind was at. And I'm like, no wonder, I'm being bitchy and, my body is in fear. And so right then I just started affirming what I wanted. I was like, it is so amazing that we got that water heater upstairs and everything is plugged in and we have hot water. Oh my God, this is the best shower that I've ever taken. Like, as he's pulling it up, I'm just down there in the closet, just like saying my affirmations. And as I'm saying them, my body just starts to relax and then like a smile comes on my face. And fast forward, I go up there and we get the water heater like off the hoist and into place, and everything is working. And it's been 4 days now, or 5 now, that everything's been working fine. And what I realized, like a what I realized is that entire time I had been focused on what I don't want to happen. I'd been so focused on fear, about the money and the budget, and fear about, us, not being experts and, trying to do this, just fear all along the way. I want to say that fear sometimes can be your friend. Like, it's a good thing that I had that fear and I like lit a fire for us to get things taken care of, because the water heater, if you leave it on when it's leaking, it can explode, right? So it was good that I had that fear and I stayed on him and we weren't just like letting it, continue going, right? But once we have the plan in place, it's like, why fear? Like, then once you know what it is, the outcome that you want, it's like, focus your thoughts there. Because if you focus them on fear but you're still walking in a direction, like, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're the one stressing your own self out by the thoughts that you're thinking. So I'm like, I like wrote a whole book about this and I was set up here for a week and did the exact opposite. So then what I did over the weekend was I spent the weekend rereading parts of the book, as well as doing yoga and laughter yoga. I had to reset my vibration. So I wanted to remind you that, one, if you have that initial fear and, it kicks your butt into gear of getting something done, something taken care of, or maybe there's no fear, you just know what it is that you want. Focus your mind and your thoughts to only think thoughts that are in alignment with that. Otherwise, you're like working against yourself. And then, two, even after the situation is fixed or resolved or healed, you may still need to do some energy work, some breathing, some grounding, something to counterbalance all the time you spent in stress or anger. Okay, so I just wanted to share that. Hope this helps someone. And share with me, does your mind go to the worst case scenarios, or have you had some kind of a plumbing disaster? Share that with me. I'd love to hear from you. All right, talk to you later.